Good evening. On this week's episode of Whether or Not, I'm your host, Jordyn, Jenna.
And I'm your forecaster, Matt Yarosewick.
And we had a pretty nice weather week for most of it. Monday was a bit wet and dreary outside. How is next week looking?
So, yes, it was a bit wet and dreary. We had about a half inch to an inch of rain across much of the state there on Monday. The middle of the week, though, was pretty much perfect for this type of weather this time of year. And I mean, we had the sun shining, we had temperatures around where they should be this time of year, and we will see most of that continue with a few more chances for showers in our forecast.
That's getting a little bit of mix in the hat for our weather next week. But up next right now, we have nature and news stories. One about a man getting struck by lightning, another about the ICON satellite, and Hannah has a feature for us on the spotted lanternfly.
A man was struck by lightning while walking his dogs through a parking lot in Texas last Thursday. Alex Correas was just leaving the dog park when storms began to roll into the Spring, Texas area. Halfway across the parking lot, the bolt hit him, instantly knocking him to the ground. As his dogs ran off in fright, a Good Samaritan ran over to his aid. He flagged down a technician from the veterinarian hospital just across the lot. As the tech began giving him CPR, the ambulance was on the way. When the medics arrived, they tended to the man and airlifted him to the nearest hospital. Alex is recovering from serious injuries but will be okay. The tech described the strike as, quote, blowing off his shoes and socks, as well as burning a hole in his shirt and creating a hole in the concrete where the man was walking. Alex was very lucky to have survived this incident. His dogs were later found and returned home with no injuries. This will further back up our saying, when thunder roars, head indoors.
NASA satellite ICON, or more specifically known as the Ionospheric Connection Explorer, was scheduled to launch this past week on October 9th, which originally got delayed for 24 hours due to inclement weather. NASA rescheduled the launch for this past Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Now that it is officially taken off, scientists are more eager to learn more about the ionosphere. The ionosphere is where part of our atmosphere interacts with space. And right there we have some space weather. ICON is specifically designed to help scientists better depict what happens in space weather. What's interesting about ICON is that instead of launching off the ground like most other satellites, NASA decided it was best to launch the rocket off underneath the wing of an airplane, making it possible to climb into space faster. The initial launch was meant to occur in the summer of 2017, but at the time the rocket had multiple technical issues, which delayed its air into space for 2 years. Space weather can have huge impacts on electronics and other systems on Earth. ICON will be helpful in researching just how impactful space weather is to Earth's atmosphere.
I'm Matt Yarosewick here with your Central Pennsylvania forecast. The week started out dreary, but overall the middle of this week has been absolutely beautiful. Few high clouds, temperatures around where they should be this time of year, and we'll see more of the same, but a few more chances for rain in our forecast. As we look to Friday right now, across much of the state, this excludes the eastern half of our state, mostly sunny skies. Few high clouds hanging around as we expect to see this frontal system approach during the day on Saturday, and that will bring us our first chance for rain. Now, for eastern half, they have been seeing rain for a couple of days, and that will continue at least for the day on Friday before this storm system moves its way up into the northeast, and that will slowly pull away and finally get out of the hair of eastern PA. Now, as we head to Saturday, we can see this frontal system be approaching from the west. We have a cold front there associated with a low pressure system way up into southern parts of Canada. That will be bringing showers across our region in the afternoon and evening hours there on Saturday. And then we can also see towards the east that low pressure system has started to move its way out of our area. For the day on Sunday, we can see mostly sunny skies with high pressure slowly building there from the south. And this frontal system has now moved its way all the way off of the coast, taking showers and precipitation with it, which is very good for the entire state. Will be mostly sunny and temperatures around 60 degrees for your day on Sunday. So a great day to end your weekend and start the next work week. For Friday, though, mostly sunny skies, high of 63 degrees. And as we dip down on Friday night, we'll head down into the mid-40s, 46 degrees. We'll see those increasing clouds there from that approaching frontal system from our west. That will impact us on Saturday, a high of 64 degrees. We'll start out with some clouds and sun, but then towards the afternoon and evening hours, we'll see that chance of rain increase, and as we head through the evening hours as well. Then for the day on Sunday, most of these clouds clear out along with that frontal system. A sunny Sunday to end your weekend. It's going to be a picture-perfect day for this time of the year. Temperature is at 59 degrees as well, so an awesome end to your weekend. We may have to get through a few showers there on Saturday before that happens, but overall looking like a pretty great weekend. Up next, we have a feature by Hannah Evans on the spotted lanternfly.
Fall is the season where crops begin to grow and thrive for the year, so we do not expect these spotted lanternflies, which are indigenous to China, India, and eastern parts of Asia, to come into the United States and affect the growth of crops and our agriculture and wildlife. So this weekend I visited my hometown of Delaware County, Pennsylvania, to get a clear insight of what these flies are actually doing and how we can prevent them. This is not the first year spotted lanternflies have been seen in Pennsylvania. They were spotted in 2014. The spotted lanternfly is indigenous to parts of China, India, Vietnam, and Eastern Asia. Experts believe that this bug arrived in the United States on a shipment of landscaping stone from Asia. It has since spread all over parts of Pennsylvania and has been a threat to our agriculture and wildlife.
I first noticed the red lanternfly at the beginning of the summer. We were out cutting grass and planting shrubs. I only saw a few of them in Montgomery County.
The spotted lanternfly life cycle lasts about 1 year, but the cycle keeps going. They are fully adults for about 5 months, then die, and the cycle repeats itself. The fall is the most common time we see these bugs, since late September and early October is egg-laying season. The spotted lanternflies lay masses of 30 to 50 eggs at once on trees, rocks, or even outdoor furniture.
Well, there's two types of insects. There's the chewing that actually chew on the leaves of the plant and do damage, and then the pierce sucking, where they pierce the leaf or the tree bark, and then they suck out the sugar and leave a hole, a real small hole, and that's what the red lantern is. And that's why it's so hard to see the damage, because what happens is, and they're attacking the fruit industry, the grapes, and also the fruit and vegetables, because they pierce the leaf of those plants, and then it weakens the leaf, which in turn weakens and messes up the fruit. So that's where the damage is.
The reason why these species are wanted out of the United States is because they are a danger to wildlife and agriculture. These bugs will feed off of the sap that comes from trees, then produce stool, which creates mold that kills agriculture. Although spiders and praying mantises have been known to attack the spotted lanternfly, that is not enough to extinct the whole population of them, since they lay eggs in mass quantities. There are no other known enemies of these bugs in the United States.
There's a couple ways to get rid of them. One is to spray pesticides, which is probably, if you use too harsh a one, would do damage to the environment and other good bugs. Lesser or weaker pesticides would be a way to get rid of them. Another one is their host tree, which is the tree of heaven, which is the lantus tree from China. That's their host tree. So if you have one of those, you can bring all of the red lanternflies to that tree and capture them and kill them at once. So there's a couple ways to control them.
The United States Department of Agriculture has spent around $20 million on research and public awareness this year into the spotted lanternfly. There are also areas of quarantine for these bugs, and all businesses that transfer goods from the lanternfly quarantine zone must obtain a permit from the department and go through training. You can help stop the spread of the lanternfly by checking outdoor equipment, furniture, and your car. If you do spot one of these bugs, it is best to kill it on the spot since we do not want these to spread anymore.
We at Tyler Transport Solutions are very happy to be a part of assisting in eradicating the spotted lanternfly from the area. I think it's a testament to the collaboration between a great research institute like Penn State, the College of Ag, PA Department of Agriculture, and private industry like us. Basically, our role in it is that we're required to train our drivers to be able to identify the spotted lanternfly throughout its entire life cycle. And why that's important to an industry like transportation is that the lanternfly actually will attach itself to our vehicles. So we actually have been trained. There's permits that are on every one of our trucks, and our drivers are being trained continuously to identify the spotted lanternfly along the process.
Now that we know there may not be a way to fully get rid of these flies in the United States, there is a way you can prevent them. If you see one, you can kill it on the spot. Or if you have any further questions, you can call the Penn State's Department of Agriculture Extension line, which is online. From the Penn State's Weather or Not, I'm Hannah Evans.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I have your extended forecast now, which takes us through the weekend and into next week. We are looking a bit unsettled in the middle of next week, but it won't be a complete washout, and we'll still see the sun with those temperatures heading down a little bit below average as we see our extended forecast in just a minute. But before that, Friday will be mostly sunny, a high of 63 degrees. Then on Saturday, we see those increasing clouds, maybe sunny during the morning hours, but then during the afternoon, we'll see that chance for showers increase as our cold front approaches from the west. Once that moves through, though, Sunday looking like the pick of the weekend, 59 degrees, so it will be a little chilly out there on Sunday, but sunny skies will usher in the start to another great work week, which is not looking too bad. Monday, mostly sunny, a temperature in the lower 60s. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when we're looking for that unsettled weather to move in. We could see some scattered showers, no sort of washout in the forecast, but scattered showers are what we're going to have to deal with through the middle part of next week. And then as we look at the end of next week, we are seeing still some peaks of sun there and mixed with some clouds, and actually temperatures there will look to head down towards the lower 50s actually. So the middle of next week though is going to be our kind of dreary stretch.
So we're not going to see anything in terms of like this past Monday, right? It's going to be more of a...
Right, it won't be drenching rain all day. We'll see more of scattered showers with another frontal system that will move through, which looks to be Tuesday into Wednesday, but we'll have to keep an eye on that.
So just really we're dealing with some mainly cloud cover.
Correct.
Okay, awesome. If you were thinking of rain, that's in our Weather Whiz Quiz question, and it is, what is the highest single day precipitation accumulation on record in State College for the month of October? A, 2.81 inches, B, 3.42 inches, C, 3.65 inches, or D, 4.02 inches. And if you answered C, 3.65 inches, you would be correct. And this actually happened in October on the 21st in 1995. So it's a little bit of a while ago, and we haven't experienced anything like that yet, especially in this month of October.
Yes, and we're not looking for anything like that. Hopefully not in the next couple of years, hopefully, because that is a substantial amount of rain there in a 24-hour
And we didn't even
period.
get close to that on Monday, so that just shows you how much it really rained that day, because we got, what, around an inch, you said earlier?
About a ½ inch to an inch on Monday, yeah, across the state.
Okay. So that's all we have time for on this week's episode of Whether or Not. I'm your host, Jordyn Jenna.
And I'm your forecaster, Matt Yarosewick.
Have a nice night, everyone.